I hope you'll follow along as I tear up our van and hope that I can put it back together again. In our previous RV, which was a Winnebago Revel, we wrestled watching TV in that thing. We ended up buying this TV. And since getting our EKKO, we've learned that the most comfortable place for us to watch TV is back here in the bedroom. But there's still a few things we want to solve. The EKKO came with the TV and a really nice soundbar, but the only place to really watch it is one of these seats right here, looking up there at the front. Now, for one person, it's okay, but if you're going to sit here and watch a movie, while it may look good and sound good, it's not going to be comfortable for a long time. We prefer to watch TV just like we did in our Travato. I've already installed that TV back there on a mount that I purchased from Walmart, and it works pretty well unless you have the AC on. Then it's really hard to hear the TV because, well, those speakers kind of suck. Since we can never have enough storage when we're in our van, and we won't be watching this TV since we have a better setup in the back, I'm going to do my best to remove this TV from this front area. Now, it sounds like it may be simple to do, but there are two panels on each side that need to be removed first so we can get to the bolts to remove the TV mount, and then, well, we won't know what it looks like until I get that TV off, because I haven't seen anything on any of the Facebook groups where folks have done this already. I guess that makes me a guinea pig. Okay, there are two screws that hold the TV bracket in place. As you can see, there's a bunch of wires up here I'm going to have to deal with. Going to have to reroute some of these, because if the next owner of our EKKO wants to put the TV back, I want to leave that option for them to do that. So we'll store this in the attic and get it out when we actually sell the EKKO, if we ever do that. Okay, I was able to mount the soundbar adapter to the TV. Now the only thing is going to be, will the bed open up with that on there? It's going to be really, really close. I'll figure that out in a few minutes. Now I need to clean my mess up, because Lynn will let me live without a sound bar, but she will not let me live without putting all this back together. So now let's take a look at what's happening up here. The great thing is there is a floor to this shelf right here. So when you put this plastic piece back on, this should get, this edge should get so that it's not exposed. And now I've got to do a little cutting. I thought I was going to have to cut the DC line going to the light that's in that little cover, but with the help of a little electrical tape, I've drawn lines, and I've got a little multi-purpose tool that I've had for a long time, and I think it's going to cut this line pretty straight. So I'm going to try to do it with it just hanging off of the passenger seat. What can go wrong, right? I practiced cutting a couple of the inside lines here, and I've drawn, with the help of some electrical tape, the outline of what I'm going to try to cut. So now it's just a matter of I have the piece cut out, and I'm going to wait and sand the rest of it to make it smooth once I get it installed inside the opening. Now the next thing to do is to put up some of the silver insulation and to tape up everything so it'll look like the other one. Okay, I have the insulation against that wall, and that should help with noise actually, and it goes all the way back behind there and back behind there, and it's taped up a lot better than it was. I'm liking it. Now all I need to do is put this back in place and then sand it to look better, and I'll be finished with this front compartment. Now it's time to put the cover back on and see if I can get that to fit. So far, I don't want to jinx it, but so far. There's one. Put these little tabs back in. That's not a bad job if I say so myself.
It looks really good. Get some of those scratches off of there, or black marks or whatever.
Where the TV was rubbing the backside of that. So better than you thought?
A whole lot better than I thought.
Oh no, it's a storage area, folks.
Yep.
Awesome, Dawson. We'll stuff stuff in there. You'll never notice that, baby. Okay, the sound bar is installed, and let's see if it's loud enough.
Me off in a deserted part of town, just to aggravate me. But I guess it was better than being dropped off the side of a bridge.
It's going to be a shoot 'em up scene here in just a second. Let's see if that's loud enough to hear with the AC on. Uh-oh. Oh. Yep, that's a win-win-win. But what are the advantages? Well, we've got a really good place to sit back here and relax and watch TV, or we can lie in bed and watch TV if we want to. We can review the videos before we send them up to the web for you guys to see on the TV with the surround sound while we're on the road. That's a really good thing. We've reduced the weight by getting rid of that metal TV mount and the TV that's in the front. We've reduced the amount of noise that's created by all that, and we better insulated that cabinet. And it also has the benefit of providing one of the biggest storage compartments that we now have in the entire EKKO. So it's a win-win-win. You've seen that compartment before, but here's the new compartment. Room for the thermal cab shade that will fit up there and allow a lot of other things to go with it. And then there's a lot more room back here as well. And I gotta tell you, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's zoom in. It looks awesome. On a scale of 1 to 5, how difficult was it? Maybe a 3. It took some patience, but nothing was difficult. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much of a difference did it make? I don't think 5 is big enough. And how long will it take you to do this project if you decide to do it yourself? Well, it'll take you maybe an hour and a half. And last, what tools will you need? A screwdriver, maybe an electric drill would help get some of the screws out, something to cut the opening, some sandpaper, and maybe a pair of pliers, and some patience. And that's it. And if you are interested in following along as we continue to make this EKKO fit us like a glove, then watch this video here about how we try to make our rad power bikes fit in the gear garage. Till we see you again, I'm Owen, Van Trekking Lifestyle. Trek on, trekkers. Happy sailing.